Hi Capricorn, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your December Love and Then Some read. I wanted to say first off, thanks for the 94 views. I appreciate you guys coming to my channel to watch the reads. I'm only going to be doing the first half and second half of Love and Then Some for the month of December. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Come on in, cross watchers. Come on in, have a seat. Grab a cup of coffee. You're welcome. So let's try to get you a good read, okay? Universe, show me what I need to see for the Sun of Capricorn in the month of December. Universe, show me what I need to see for the Sun of Capricorn in the month of December. Universe, show me what I need to see for the Sun of Capricorn in the month of December. Looks as though maybe you're trying to manifest some strength in a situation, Capricorn. Perhaps you were rejected. You're trying to manifest something after having undergone a rejection of some kind. You feel left out in the cold, so you're trying to manifest your soulmate. Somebody left you out, left you behind. They left you behind because there was some stagnation, Capricorn. You were stagnant. Or the relationship became stagnant, you know. But after being left out in the cold, you realize that you have to make a decision here. Maybe change your patterns, change your ways in love relationship. You have to make a decision regarding a love relationship. So let's see what the cards have to say. Here we go, bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. This is making a decision. Okay, you're in between two things. You have to make a decision. 3 for you, 3 for your partner, and 3 for the state of the relationship, of course. There we go. Lines 1 and 2 can be reversed, okay, however they need to be. I'll be referring to you as line 1. I'll be referring to line 2 as your partner. But if line 2 resonates with you, okay, adopt line 2. So we have at the center of your read 4 of Wands, 2 and 2, coming together in a marriage, partnership, relationship. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. That's the center of your read. Solid, firm foundation in relationship, okay? Line 1. There's the lady, which is the Empress, the world, and the Fairlet. So it could be that a pregnancy came to an end some way, and you're having to create some balance. There was an idea of abundance that came to a close, and you're having to create some kind of balance. So if there was a pregnancy, Capricorn, you know how this is shaped like a woman's vulva here, okay? And it looks as though this character in here is coming forward in birth, okay? If there was an end to a pregnancy, okay, I'm so sorry about that. If there was an end to a love relationship, you're trying to find some balance in that, okay? Trying to seek some balance after something has come to an end. Your partner has the 6 of Cups, soulmate card. So someone is thinking nostalgically about the past. Okay, maybe your soulmate, your partner thinks that they want relationship with a soulmate, and they're charging toward that with victory. You could be dealing with the Cancer. Okay? The Gemini card also came up, so you could be dealing with the Gemini. Someone is trying to find their spiritual meaning in life, or, you know, since we have the Hierophant, we have the Empress, there could have been a twin flame soulmate issue here. Okay, somebody's thinking nostalgically about that partnership. Somebody's trying to make a decision between a deception and a higher spiritual calling. In other words, there was some deception that happened here. Seven of Swords could have been, you know, the Seven of Swords is also the card of sexually explicit affairs, okay? In addition to Thief in the Night, deception, being robbed. So somebody may have been robbed, or there could have been an affair. Or maybe this pregnancy came to an end and it left you feeling robbed. So somebody's juggling, trying to make a decision what they're going to do about this, okay? Somebody's thinking nostalgically about a soulmate. They're thinking nostalgically about a family in the past. Abundance in relationship. A solid, steady foundation came to an end, and it's left somebody juggling about what they're going to do. Somebody's found their balance, and they're charging toward their victory because they were deceived in the past. Or, on the flip side of that, somebody is charging toward something they don't know is going to be deceptive and is going to rob them of their happiness. I don't know if you can see all that here. Let me scoot them up a little bit. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana. These fixed areas of your read represent abundance, balance, the end and regeneration of something else, spiritual higher power, victory. Okay, so these are all really positive things, Capricorn. It's about transformation, finding your balance, abundance, not forgetting mind, body, and spirit, okay? So let's see what our clarifiers have to say on the matter. Let me see if I can scoot this back just a little so you can see there. I'm using the vice versa deck, so bear with me. This is a new deck for me, but it's kind of an interesting one. Capricorn. You're walking away from something because it's not equal. There's no give and take in it. You're leaving it behind. You're throwing yourself into work. You're devoting yourself to something or someone. The Lovers is here. Gemini's here again. So maybe there's no equal give and take in a relationship with a Gemini, okay? Or you're looking for your lover. Somebody's here offering you new love, but, you know, their offer, they don't feel like you're treating it fairly. Somebody wants to build for the future. Somebody feels as though they're in a position in which they have to wait for fairness. Or they have to wait for money, or they have to beg for money. Somebody's sitting on their throne of truth with their sword at the ready. They're going to cut that tree of giving down if you don't handle it properly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. Okay, again, Cancer got this card too. So someone's come through their journey. Okay, at the beginning of the journey is this. Someone's had to go inside and find their hope, their insight, their direction. They've found that. they've reached their destination. They've gone inside and used their intuition. They've found their destination here. They've reached the end of the decision-making process. Please clarify two points. Okay, so here we have the Knight of Swords charging off, okay, for truth. Finding the truth in a situation, very fast-moving. So you've made your decision, you're making your decision, you found your truth, or you're seeking your truth in the situation. You know, the Hermit also, he's a little bit beat up, he's a little bit bruised and battered, okay, on this journey. You see these holes in his clothes up here? He's had a hard road, but he's gotten through it. He's reached his destination, and that's clarified by the Five of Pentacles. The reverse side, see how there's a happiness, there's still a warmth there. But on this side, this dude doesn't even have a lamp. You know, there could be some sickness, some illness that's happening for you right now or for your partner. You know, and you just feel like you've been left out. You know, no one cares that you're sick. No one cares that you're cold. You know, you've got some crutches here. Your legs are all bandaged up. So you feel beat up and sick. Or it could be some actual health issues. You feel like you've lost everything. So perhaps that's why you acted in hermit mode. You went inside to try to find these answers here. You could have been dealing with an illness, Capricorn. Please clarify, lady. Okay, so there was some sort of conflict with this female here, this Empress, okay? Or there was some kind of conflict or an eruption, okay? An eruption of abundance. Maybe some abundance was taken away from you. It dried up because now it's the desert. Everything's been burnt up. There's fighting and conflict. You could be fighting with yourself or someone else. You've had to find your way to create some boundaries. You're standing here protecting what you think is yours, protecting yourself. You've had to create some boundaries. You see over here where this is the end of the battle. He's standing out across a battlefield, a battle that's already been fought. Well, here, he's at the beginning of this battle, creating some boundaries, some protections. So there's been something happen here. Could have been a pregnancy. Something's happened, brought an end to some abundance. You're creating boundaries. You're protecting yourself because there was a great deal of conflict there. Let's clarify. There's an end to a romantic offer of love. Or a beginning to a romantic offer of love, as the World card is here. You're on your horse. You're the knight. Want to offer romantic love? You feel like you see things clearly because, you know, in this card, it's the darkness. He's roaming around in the dark and the stars trying to offer his cup because he doesn't know exactly what's going on. He can't see his way real clearly, but here he can. He can see clearly. He knows exactly what he's doing. On a white horse, which, you know, represents purity of character. So, after this issue, you've created some boundaries, or your partner. There is a romantic offer of love, or that's you making a romantic offer of love after an ending has happened. Okay, but also you're riding away from some sort of fiery passion, okay, some sort of storm that was brewing. You're riding away from that. And you're making a decision. You're not sure, again, Two of Wands. You're not sure if you need to pick up the staff and stick with the present or the past, or pick up the staff and move forward into the future. You're looking out across the horizon, thinking about moving forward in the future, but you haven't quite made your decision yet. Okay, so here you are, Capricorn, the Knight of Pentacles. You are a little bit stagnant. You're a little bit lost in the desert, it looks like. This is a very slow-moving offer. Your horse looks like they're kind of tired at this point, you know? Kind of like, okay, are we going to move or what? So what I think is happening here is that, you know, you've reached a certain amount of stagnation with your decision. And you need some balance. There's some stagnation and a balance that you're trying to strike here. It is slow coming, but it will come. Okay, once this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here makes an offer, you know, it's a solid kind of deal because it takes everything they've got to get there because it's so slow moving. So the balance is coming. The balance coming back to your life is coming slow, but it's coming. But you have to work for it, okay? You have to work every single day for it. And you're looking toward the future with new passion, okay? Could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, you're looking toward that. And you have the Three of Swords. So, you know, the Three of Swords is generally heartbreak. It's, you're looking toward a heartbreak that's been happening. You're remembering a loss. You see that man, he's stooping down at that sword and shield like, you know, there was a battle that was fought and he had to pay a really high price. A really high price had to be paid for this battle. It looks as though perhaps it's almost symbolic of like a grave, like he's standing over a grave, remembering a love that was lost. You know, but here's this little blue flower back here, this little light of hope. Okay, little bitty bit back here, little bitty semblance of life. Stormy, rainy. So, although you want to experience new passion, okay, you're looking toward that time in your life and you're still hanging on to that sacrifice, that loss. Okay, perhaps it was this child here, this loss that happened. You still kind of concentrated on it, and that's why, you know, you're a little bit stagnant, Capricorn. Please clarify. Six of Cups. Okay, we have with your partner, we have the Three of Wands, okay. There is abundance. There's happiness. Stars in the background. You know, this is actually symbolic of the Empress, okay? Life, abundance, happiness. Okay, but the Empress is different now than she is before. Okay, because she's no longer with child. Okay? She's no longer with child. She's different now. So perhaps this is representative of something for you, your partner. No, this nostalgic idea of looking out over children, okay? And a marriage and victory, you know, and she thought this child would represent everything, all of these things, but there was a loss, okay? And she's no longer with child, but she's still abundant. She still has hope for the future. Even though, you know, there's been some destruction, there's been some damage with this dried up patch of earth here, she still has a full field of wheat. The stars are out, the North Star there guiding her. So there's still possibility, okay, for abundance. It's just that it might be different than what you thought, or the partner might be different. Your partner may feel differently about it. Six of Cups. Yeah, so somebody feels robbed, like they got away with something. Somebody's thinking nostalgically on the past about what they lost. They are different now as a result of this loss, your partner or you. But they feel robbed. It's still fresh, okay? They feel like they were robbed of happy family. They were robbed of solid, firm marriage. That's what they're thinking about. But the truth of the matter is that they've turned their back on the reality of the situation. They're kind of in a disillusioned state because they feel as though the truth is what they lost. So they've turned their back on the fact that they still have abundance here. There's still room for love here. They're not seeing the truth. They've got their back turned toward the truth. And they want to cut that idea because they want to still hold on to the past. Okay, so here we go. Solid planning for the future. 3 and 4, 7, divine number. Okay, divine partnerships. Somebody's waiting. Your partner's either waiting for you or you're waiting for your partner, Capricorn, and you have gifts. You have the tools to plan for the future, to build solid foundations. You have this rose here, you know, this gift of love here. The sun is shining so bright through these windows, I almost need a pair of sunglasses just to look at the card. Okay, so somebody's waiting for you, and their idea, or you're waiting for someone, is happiness, sun shining, bright. You know, future's so bright I gotta wear shades, right? That's the way you or your partner feels about this situation. King of Wands is here, though, Capricorn. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, King of Wands is on his throne. He's wearing that red cloak of freedom because the King of Wands wants to be free. He wants to be free to find new adventures and conquests. He's a mature man. He knows he needs to take care of business, but he's always ready for the next adventure, you know. And the King of Wands is not a solid, stable energy. He's here for a good time, not a long time, okay? Now, this is a man that you want to do battle with, but not against, although the battle may not be long-lasting, okay? Because the fire will burn it to a crisp. So what you have here is somebody who is waiting patiently, or you're waiting. You want this with someone. You still want this solid marriage, but you're not sure if it's ever going to happen. Because there's nothing solid about this idea. Somebody's turned their back on the truth because they're not seeing it correctly. They're being too nostalgic about what they lost. Let's clarify the Chariot. The Chariot is clarified by the 7 of Cups. Now in this picture, you know, I want you to see the back side of it first, because this looks like, you know, the 7 of Cups. This looks like a happy thing, an enlightened thing. Someone's become enlightened about their choices. But on the back of this card, someone has become a slave to their choices. They've become a slave to emotional confusion. They're clouded. They're not right. They're in a deep, dark swamp. They aren't clear about what their choices are. They have a great deal of emotional confusion regarding this relationship. And about this loss that occurred. You see, these cups are phantom cups. They don't even look like they're real. They look like ghost cups. Let's clarify the Chariot. And, you know, someone has, while this 4 of Pentacles on the top is somebody holding on to something, this side, they're holding on to something that's not there, okay? It's a phantom pentacle. They've thrown their wand down. They've thrown their fire down on the ground because they don't give a damn anymore. And they want to concentrate on these pentacles that aren't there anymore. And this labyrinth in the back is confusion. Okay, so, but at the back of this, somebody's looking out toward their kingdom. And they're trying to hold on to what it is they have. They've turned their back on holding on to the past, and they're trying to hold on to what they have in the present. Could be why they're charging forward in victory, because they've let go of a situation. Maybe they let go of a lover. Okay, so now we have Temperance, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have the Lion and the Eagle. You have Scorpio. You have Leo. Somebody is trying to manifest balance, but they're not pouring the water. You know, they're trying to protect themselves with their intuition and their strength. Trying to rely on those things, but they're not manifesting for the future. Okay? They're just trying to get through the day, it looks like to me. Trying to hold on to what they have. But Archangel Michael is here, blessing this love relationship, blessing a love relationship. Fire and earth coming together. The Lovers, the Gemini card. Okay? So maybe somebody's just trying to protect themselves because of a love relationship. They're not holding on to anymore. They're trying to hold on to an idea of a love relationship. They're nostalgic. They're not in reality. They're charging forward, though. Out of this, they're charging forward toward the Lovers. So again, there were new passions on the table. Perhaps this is a new love interest. Let's clarify the High Priest. The High Priest is clarified by the Page of Cups. So this could be a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be a spiritual relationship. This could be a solid relationship. Again, maybe with a younger sign. This is a Taurus card, okay? So somebody's going to be offering relationship. And somebody's done the battle. They've come through it. They've come through the battle. Do you see their blood stains on these uniforms here? They've already done the battle, and they were victorious. They were having to do the battle in this line. And in this line, there was battle. They came through it, and they're victorious, though. And look, here you are, Capricorn, sitting on your throne, the King of Pentacles. You've regained control. You've regained abundance that you lost up here. You regained it. You see these abundant fields? You regained your abundance. You regained your stability. You regained control of the situation, and you're focusing now on the future, what you can do in the future. You've got your pentacle. You've got your staff. You're there. You did the battle already. So you were victorious. You regained your footing. Let me see if you can see that any better. Somebody's juggling, though, and they're juggling now. I understand what it is they're juggling. It's deceptive to understand that you're juggling between the past and the future. You're juggling with the past still. You're deceiving yourself because you're already abundant in the future. You've regained everything. But every now and again, you're still juggling with this idea of the loss that you experienced up here. Okay, that still leaves you juggling, and you're deceiving yourself. The battle has happened. It's over. You won this battle. You fought it already. You got to move forward. The Hermit came out of his isolation. He came out through that battle. He listened to his intuition. He found his destination. He found his sunny day again. Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords. So, you know, there's storms brewing still all around this person. These waters are not calm. This is a battle. This is a storm. This could be a spiritual battle. It could be a battle within your soul to try to let go of some of these horrible things that you went through up here with loss. Loss of a child most definitely is rough. You're still battling the storm, and you're still guarded. Again, you're over here making a decision, but again, understand, you fought this battle already and you've won it, Capricorn. Quit going back to this. You don't need to. Because there's new offer on the table, something solid and steady. It could be love, it could be marriage, it could be engagement, or it could just be something that brings you happiness, stability. There's a child here again. You're sitting and you're concentrating on the loss of this child. Do you see this missing cup here? Okay, you got to let that go. Because, you know, here's a comet in the sky. Okay, your happiness is returning. But you got to let this idea go. Very hard to do, I would imagine. But that's what you're concentrating on. You're sitting there concentrating on your missing cup. Do you see how this man here wearing his cloak of freedom is walking away from that to find the missing cup? Okay, he's taking some kind of action toward it. But here we have a child crying over spilled milk, basically, not to be insensitive, but try to illustrate the point. Quit sitting there focusing on what you've lost. If it's not been a loss of a child, for some of you, maybe it was a loss of a lover, or loss of money, or loss of something, but you're still concentrating on it, and you will stay stagnant, okay, because you were stagnant over here. You will remain emotionally stagnant, okay, if you don't get up and go find what's missing and how to fix that. You will remain stagnant. You will remain in the storm. You've already fought this battle. You've been victorious, and you're the King of Pentacles again. Don't concentrate on that, because you're robbing yourself. Okay, so you've been beat up, bruised, battered, fought a battle, but you're coming home. You see how you're coming home? You're protecting something that you love. You're coming home to her. Boundaries have been created. She's reaching out for you. She's reaching out to greet you as you've returned home from this battle. It beat you up, you know what, but you made it through it. Quit deceiving yourself. There could be a reunification of love. Okay, you could be reuniting, a celebration after you've come back to your heart. You've come back out of this battle. There's victory and celebration, okay? And you're offering a cup of love again. You will regain your passion, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You will regain your passion and creativity and lust for life. You will regain that. King and Queen of Wands now. So we have equally matched energies. Two of a kind. You have someone who understands that. Fire. Okay, you're coming home to that person. You've won this battle. And it's the truth. You're the king again. You see? Your crown is here again. Because the truth has been spoken, the truth has come out. You've realized what the truth is. So Capricorn, there's nothing more beautiful than that. Okay, but don't concentrate on the past. Don't concentrate on the loss. Because the loss is only part of the story. Okay, it's not the whole story. It's only part of the story. And sometimes the broken road, okay, leads you where you need to be. Which is right back home where you started. Okay, right back home where you started. But you two were concentrated on the past. You were concentrated on the loss of something. You will come back to your lover at the end. Okay? Show us what we need to see for the Sun of Capricorn in love. Show us what we need to see for the Sun of Capricorn in love. What do we see for the Sun of Capricorn in love? Okay. So we have, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Again, stop concentrating on these cups that were spilled out over here, what's missing. Concentrate on what you have in the present. Okay? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. You're coming back to your Queen of Wands. You're coming back to your lover, your passion, your fire. It's reawakening within you. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Well, yes, because you've already won the battle. If you keep concentrating on the loss of the cups, you're not going to come home, okay, to your love. You're going to be the hermit stuck in this dark night of the soul forever. Okay, you need to let go of having to be able to control the situation because your control leads you back to this spot here. Financial issues are a factor in your love life. It could be, okay, you could be have have had a financial loss here, and that's why, this journey happened, because there was some sort of loss of abundance. If it wasn't a child, maybe it was money. Okay, you lost it, but you regained it back, because look, you turn right back into the King of Pentacles all over again, because Capricorn, that's what earth signs do. Very soon, clearly decide what you want, so it comes to you now. You have to decide and make a decision. Do you want to stay stuck in the past, or do you want to move into the future with your new lover? You decide, Capricorn. So let's get an advice card for you. Oracle, show us what we need to see for this Capricorn in love, December. Maybe you'll be home for Christmas, Capricorn. Show us what we need to see for this one. New life. Bam. There you go. Like Emerald says, bam. New life. You're going on a new life. You've regained your footing. You've made your decision. You've been victorious over this battle that you fought. You're good to go, dude. You're going to have a new life. All you have to do is quit dwelling on the past. Focus on what you have and focus on the future. This will start a relationship for Capricorn. What we need to see. Here's what we need to see. Okay, we got this card again. Knave of Swords. This is about carnal, physical desires. That's it. And, you're the King of Pentacles, Capricorn. So basically what we have here is just what it is. Carnal, physical desires of a situation. You can draw your own conclusions from this card, but basically what this means is sometimes enjoy the carnal, physical desires of a relationship, because we get too wrapped up in life. You get too wrapped up in life. And there are enemies all about in a relationship. All the time there are enemies who wish to bust you up, who have things to say about your relationship. They don't like you. They don't like your partner, what have you. You have some enemies about. You have had, because there's been a lot of pain, a lot of fighting, a lot of suffering. Okay? However, if you draw closer to your partner when enemies arise, you will build a deeper bond. So instead of splitting up when things and storms come and problems happen, come closer together. Enjoy each other. Focus your eyes on each other and not on what's going on around you. So Capricorn, that's what I have for you for the month of December. I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you mid-month.